Hi guys, welcome back to the 30-day practice mastery blueprint. Yesterday, we talked about putting together your first book. I know that might seem like a task that's almost impossible to you right now. My backstory behind this is I also thought the same thing. I was like, this is going to be impossible. What I found, if you just use like 5 or 10 minutes here and there, okay, between your patients in a Google Doc, you can make a book pretty quick, okay? If you're better at transcribing, there's a lot of software that you can transcribe it. So you can talk and it'll transcribe it. There's a lot of free ones just online. So if that's easier for you, then what you do is you can have someone else put it together. So you can find someone on Fiverr and they can put it together for you. That's probably the easiest option, or get a virtual assistant or have a staff member put it together, take the slides and put them in there, or get pictures done somewhere else. And then send it to Fiverr and have it done. Pay someone to do it. It's going to save you a lot of time. So once you have something to give away, it can be a book, it can be a video, it can be anything of value. That's where today we're going to focus on building your list. So what's the importance of building your list? Now, this is something I didn't understand. So if I could do it over again, let me tell you, when I first started, there was one doctor that was retiring. Paul was retiring. He retired, or not retired, he moved to Arizona. And I finished in July residency, and then I started in October. So I had a few months. I was just kind of unemployed and waiting for a job to start. And he ended October or September, end of September, and I started October 1st. And I had a full book of patients. So the biggest drawback, I think, to a patient starting with a doctor starting with a full book of patients is you don't have any drive. Like, I didn't have to grow my own list. I didn't have to develop a demand for myself. I was full starting out because of this other doctor. Hindsight, and this is what I tell people, the one thing that you can do no matter where you're at, okay, is go market yourself. Go meet the doctors, go and then build a list. Okay, this is what I didn't do. Basically, I was just fed, but no one really knew me. The referring doctors didn't know me. So if I could do it again, I would go visit all the doctors, spend time talking to get to know them, because now I'm building my list afterwards, okay, after the fact. Go meet people, but also build your list. Okay, this is something I didn't understand either, because my list was hidden in my medical record and there's no way I could get access to it. Okay, and so getting your list and getting people on the list is really important. I'm going to kind of remind you, remember what we talked about? There's 3 ways to grow your practice. You can see more patients, you can see them more frequently, and you get a high per visit value. Let me explain about building your list. It does all 3 of these. First thing, building your list, you can see more patients, because patients are going to come to your website. They might not want to see you, but they can download a book and then you can constantly market to them. Second, you can see them more frequently, okay? Because you're in contact with them. So at least once a month, we're sending out something to our patients, and they're going to come in more frequently if they resonate with what we're talking about. And then number 3, you're going to get a high per visit value, right? Because they're going to be downloading courses and books that you have, and they're going to learn more about the condition. So when they come in, they're going to already be ready to do what you talk about in the books, okay? And other things. So once again, reminding you, we talked about books. Books are to build your list. Okay, that's the purpose of a book. The book isn't to give the book away. The book is to build your list, your email list. Webinars that we do are to build our email list. Okay, we're marketing to our own list. Okay, and then also your website is, once again, to build your list. Certainly going to make appointments, but those that don't make appointments, you want them to get some information. So I'm repeating, this isn't my idea, but the list is king. Okay, tomorrow we're going to look at how to nurture the list. Okay, but today in day 7, I'm going to talk about how you use your list. Okay, so I am going to share my screen here, and I'm going to explain a few things to you right here. So let's go first to my list. Okay, this is how I build the list. This is my Dr. Pelto website, free book downloads. Each of these books that I have and everything that's on this site is to build the list, okay? Except booking an appointment to make an appointment. Everything else is to build my email list. So I don't give any of this stuff for free except this, okay? They can download this and they can look at this. Why? Because this always pushes back to them to get a book. Okay, once they click on the book, they'll be brought to this. This is a landing page, okay, that I made for my treating plantar fasciitis from home. And this is the same thing. Just by the way, when I put my ads in the newspaper, it's going to this thing. The QR code's going to this. So does this sound like you? Do you have a problem with your heel pain? Get this free book. this is what this is. This is all done in Kajabi. Okay. I'll put a little link underneath here if you guys want to learn about Kajabi. This is how I do it. Kajabi is $150 per month for the first website, and I think it's 150 for each. Anyway, I have 2 of them, so I think I pay about $250 a month. And then, but it has a couple of things. It has a website. You can also build your lists, and you can also send out emails. Okay, so that once they sign up for that, what they get, they're on my list. Okay, so here's an example of my list. So currently, you can see on the list, I have 16,000 people. Okay, let me show you this. This is King, okay, 16,000 people. So I also imported my list from my medical record, okay? And I can see their activity and things like that. This is what the number you want to increase, because this is what you're going to share people. So next here, you can see there's 2 ways. I'm going to talk tomorrow about nurturing it. One is called a soap opera sequence, okay? And the other one is a daily Seinfeld email, okay? These aren't my ideas, these are other people's ideas. But basically, let me explain. The soap opera sequence is a soap opera has kind of a story that they're telling, and it goes in a certain order. What I have here are sequences. Do you see this? So for example, when they get that plantar fasciitis at home, they get 3 emails over 7 days. It's sent out 19 times. It was opened 58% and clicked on 16%. When they get my plantar fasciitis book, they get 37 emails over 66 days, and it talks about opens here. When they do my diabetes book, they get 24 emails or 28 emails over 190 days, and Achilles tendonitis, and so on and so forth. So these are email drips based on a diagnosis, okay? Once they finish these, then they go back into my all subscriber one, okay? And the all subscriber one looks something like this. This is our patient newsletter for December 2021. It pulls in their first name. It talks about what we're doing. It has a video link so they can watch this video that I do on YouTube. Okay, so it builds my YouTube as well. And it talks about what I'm talking about. It looks like I talked about a drop foot, a little fun thing they did, and they can look at this. Okay, so this is the way that we use to keep in contact once a month. I might send this out about our webinar or other types of things. Okay, once again, I hope that was helpful for you guys. You guys understood that. I know it's kind of overwhelming, but I would like you to try to find a place to put your list, to build your list. If you don't have a list, you need to build it. If you don't ask for emails, you have to ask for emails. Most medical records, they have the emails in there that you can export. Okay, that's what we do. We exported it to Kajabi. Let me tell you why. Because in the past, I was using my regular email to send it out to patients, but there's no way they can unsubscribe. So that's why I moved it over to Kajabi. I'll put a link on Kajabi if you want information about it. I find it's pretty good. It's a website and an email linked together. You may already have your own website, so you may not want it because it doesn't do just email. There's other things like MailChimp and Keep and other types of things that you may want to consider. If you have any questions or comments, put them underneath. If you have a comment, put it in the comments, or a question, put it in the comments so I can respond and everyone can learn. That's the thing. This day forward, if you guys have questions, put them in there. Everyone can learn about it, respond, and everyone can get the help versus sending me emails individually. We all can learn about this. Also, if you guys found this beneficial, please send it to a friend, meaning put a friend's email down there. I'll send them something that they can join, and I'll give you your special bonus. I think you're going to love it. The joke is I'm making this course, so I haven't invented it yet, but I think you'll like it once it's done. Okay, guys, once again, thank you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Just so you know, tomorrow we are going to be talking about nurturing your list. Okay, how you can nurture it, how to get content and things like that. Okay, guys, thanks.